This is a motorcycle scooter that we reviewed first time at 2016 or 2017, I don't remember. We reviewed it as a brand new model. It's a motorcycle that is existing in our life with small difference only in the style and for example the ABS, the traction control and screens and things like this is existing till today. This is the model with the traction control and with ABS, and we will review it not because we want to inform you what about this scooter, but we want to show you what happened to this scooter after 17,000 kilometers that is on the clock. Design the dark side. May the force be with you, Darth Vader. Make an old school of this design. Too many scooters after that looks like that. So is the pioneer of this style, the Darth Vader. Darth Vader is our friend. We are from Creta. We are traditionally wear black clothes. So Darth Vader is coming from here, from Creta. And because in Star Wars wasn't possible to use this kind of black shirts like us, that's why he just a little bit more designed, you know, nothing more. But it's one of us. So, pioneer in this style. Is existing in our life till 2016, and we still got it, and a lot of people buy it. For Europe is made by Motobegan, MBK, a factory that is one of the oldest and the most historical factories of motorcycles in Europe, much older than Yamaha, of course owned by Yamaha. For the other countries of the world mostly is made in Indonesia, and it's a kind of expensive scooter, but it's a scooter that we have it with us for so many years, and we like it. This is all extra for the top box. We got a saddle that is good enough for two riders, for sure, doesn't matter how big they are. We got the handles, are normally existing in this motorcycle. We got footrests that they are only with metal, with no rubber. The bike is keyless. The key, I have it inside here. The fuel cap, it's here. Down of the saddle we have a lot of space for two helmets and more. And I'm going on it. We have of course traction control, we have ABS in this version. And do I feel comfortable? I feel comfortable. My legs are a little bit open, so I feel that I'm riding a higher seat level than normal is. The clocks are fine. We have in this version we have a big clock a big tachymeter and a big RPM counter, and in the middle a TFT screen with many informations for kilometers, for the consumption, for the temperature, for the time and things like this, also for the level of the fuels, the thermocracy of the engine and everything. It's okay. The windscreen, it's good enough to protect me. I have a good view back with the mirrors and everything is in the correct position. Of course, as I told you before, the bike is keyless and the seat and the fuel cap are opening from here and from here. So, Georgia. Ninja! Jean-Claude Van Damme. We don't have a simple Georgia. We have a hybrid between a girl and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Georgia, tell us.
Yes.
How are you feel?
Well, it's not very soft, but it is very white and it exactly fits my body. Exactly fits my body. Okay, so it's like it is anatomical.
Anatomical.
I like it.
Anatomical. Another yes. Greek word for the English language. So let's take our anatomical seat cover. Let's take our helmets and move for the rest of the world. Okay, I feel comfortable, I am well protected and I have a good view back, and let's move now. We will change direction for start as we do inside the city. The things are very easy, it's flexible motorcycle and the performance for sure it's okay. It's a fast bike for the category. The brakes now, it's a little bit noisy but it's nice. In this bike there is ABS, traction control, 2-piston caliber front brake and a single piston back. The braking is good enough, it's not the best possible but it's good enough. And the back suspensions normally are not good, they are very hard. The owner of this bike have changed it with another adjusters and the bike is much better. We feel much better on this bike. Now, the engine is 292 cubics that produce 27.6 horses at 7,250 RPM and 29 Nm, that it's a lot for the category, at 5,750 RPM. Also is a single engine, single cylinder, of course with 4 valves, single overhead camshaft and water cool. All the weight of the bike is 179 kilos with all the liquids. That means that it's a light bike. The tank is 13 liters. Now, the performance is excellent. I consider that especially for older models, that was one of the fastest engines that was existing in this kind of motorcycles. Today of course is not, but still it's alive. And this is not the horses that make this engine alive, but the power, the NM, make this bike very alive and very good to use it inside the city or out of it. Also, the durability of this engine is excellent. 70,000 kilometers, no problem. So, that's all. The most important part of this video is the quality test. This is a model with a traction control with ABS for Europe, and it's got 70,000 kilometers. And what happened in those kilometers? Nothing. The bike is still functional as new. Problems. Let's say that the first problem, that is not a damage, it's just a problem of this model, is the back suspensions. The owner changed the back suspension, so now the bike it's much softer than originally is, and the riders, both of them, they are feel much better and comfortable in the street. Okay, then what we got? Do we have any damage in the engine? No. Of course, all the service and everything happen on time, but nothing is wrong with the bike. The only damage that we can say damage is the plastics in front fork. It's a little bit, not a little bit, it's completely dead. We have to change it. And this has happened lately. Now, we are living in a Creta that is an island, and we have a lot of salt around us. Do we have problem with a corrosion in this motorcycle? No, we don't have. We have some simple problems with the corrosion, for example in the engine, in the aluminium, and nothing else. Of course, we have a small damage in the lights, I mean from the sun, because except the salt we haven't a lot of sun, but nothing important. Nothing that you cannot clean it with a WD-40. Simple things. So, this bike is perfectly made. Now, let's see it in our time. What about the saddle? It's original? It's original. It's okay, the material it is. Black plastics. Colored plastics. So, I consider that this motorcycle is perfectly made. Georgia. So, what about? This is a good scooter. Now the technology is changing, and soon we will have for sure not just a lifting in this bike, but more things. But this is a good scooter. It's alive enough so you can move inside the city, outside the city easily. In our country, that is Greece, you can move all over the Greece with 1 or 2 persons in this saddle with this bike. I consider it as a good scooter.
Yes.
As a second hand especially, I consider that it's an excellent buy if you found it, of course, in a good condition. It's good for everybody, with a lot of space down of the saddle, with a good performance, with brakes that makes you feel safe. The only thing that you have to do is to change the back suspension. What is your opinion, Georgia?
Exactly like yours. Very good in the seat very nice. Also the first passage there. And
continue, Georgia, I'm coming back.
Yeah, it's very good on the seat. It goes as fast as you want. It's easy to use. Has very nice colors. I like the colors.
The design of the Darth Vader.
Oh no, the Dark Force.
The Dark Force.
Yes.
From Hania, Creta.
We have enough space for the groceries that I love. I don't find something bad about this, except of the back suspension, that it is now very good. The old wasn't so good.
Τσιμπούκι.
Oh. Δεν βγαίνει καπνός.
Δεν καπνίζω, τι να κάνω. Ένα μαξάκι τσίμπησα, να πάω μια βολτίτσα και τσίμπησα στο δρόμο μια καλή μουσίτσα. Την κάθισα από πίσω, την κάθισα με χάρη, την άφησα και χάρηκε. Το χοντρό μου το τσιμπούκι. Μετά την πήρα βόλτα, την πήγα παρακάτω, την κέρασα σουβλάκι, της πήρα και μια μπύρα.
Και της είπες μετά, ανέβα στο XMAXάκι.
Ανέβα στο XMAX να πάμε άλλη μια γύρα. Ρε φίλε, σκοτώνω.
Πού πας?
Πού πάω? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kokkina Fegaria motorcycle rock show with Georgia
and Ioannis.
And Ioannis. The truth is that I like to be a poet, but the life makes me motorcycle rider.
Thank
C'est la
God.
vie, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. So, if you like, subscribe in our channel, do a like, share, do whatever you like. Help us to be independent and help me to keep Georgia front of the camera.
Because front of the
Τι
camera
είπα ο κερατάς, τι είπα, τι είπα.
me good, so I will not break. Watch our other videos, real life reviews.